able to be able to raise not only pastors, but Sydney did a lot. When you look at this assembly, out of his own compassion, Sydney produced advocates. Sydney produced lawyers. Sydney produced doctors. Sydney produced teachers. The list is endless. It's because he was compassionate. I have never seen such a man in my life. Sydney did not want to have a superficial relationship with people. He went deep to be able to know where you come from. He even went to be able to look down and find where this vendor boy comes from. And he knew and said, but when I was busy vendor boy, but because he made his research and find out that my mom was Namashangu, Mkwesana. Yes, Richard is in the bed. Gobangas Munya. Not only was Sydney a visionary or compassionate, but still Sydney was selfless. Today we have men of God who do not think of others, but it's me, myself, and I. But Sydney was always say, God has called us to the nations. And because of his unselfishness, Sydney was able to be able to bring a lot of young people. If ever there is a church that has produced more pastors than any other church in the International Assemblies of God, is this assembly. Because this man was selfless. I'm quite aware that my time is gone. Just 2 points and I'm gone. The last 2 points I want to be able to say is that Sydney was industrious. He believed that hard work does not kill. He worked hard. When he got the vision from God, look what he did. Sydney planted more than 10 assemblies in the former Kwandebele area. Where else if we find a pastor who would be able to go and plant? That is being industrious. He worked hard. Jesus or God does not call lazy people. God always calls hard-working people. And if you're lazy, you might as well pack your bags and go back home. Sydney taught me to be a hard worker. And I know that hard work does not kill. Reverend Sydney Chummy Ntuli, can we find another man such as this? My prayer for the Christian world, my prayer for the International Assemblies of God is that God, please give us your favor, grant us your favor, and raise another general. Sydney, I always hear people talk about sons and daughters. Sydney did not raise sons and daughters. Sydney raised generals. Because what he did, he says, people who talk about sons and daughters, let me help you. The intention is to be able to keep you subjected to them. The intention is for you to look as though they've done you a favor. Sydney understood that whatever he's done in your life, it's not by him. He was just an instrument used by God to be able to raise and unearth the gift. He did not raise sons and daughters. He raised generals. And I'm not ashamed to be identified with this giant. Church, may God bless you. May we pray as Christian world and ask God to be able to raise another man of Sydney's caliber.
This Sydney they're talking about, he was a man who was forgiving. Thank you, family. The assignment this man will give me, I will not comprehend. David Motsati, as you prepare to come and speak in representing your father, who was a peer to this champion. This general was forgiving. The pain that he went through, the confidence of not even sharing the pain out there. He stand. When we were young people trying to understand this international love of God, and that's and you'll share the heart. Today we stand and ordering Mutsati to be there with him. Thank you, Brahmaza, to be here. It was the generation of Dr. Bomatlangu, generation of the AKJ, Hlongwane, the Crowders, the Nayes. This man loved you and was forgiving. As you come and speak on behalf of your father, can we all give you the respect that he wanted?
We lift him higher, higher, higher. When the praise